Billy?
Oh, sorry, what was that?
We've been telling you to roll your mental and your no.
Right. I asked whether there are any more contacts that you might have that could help us. And Grakees asked you to roll a no.
Sorry, as you guys were talking.
I'm about to post something in Grakees' chat. This is basically, I looked up Firefly space, Firefly Interceptor, and it's like Firefly Universe Interceptor ship. That has to be the one. It's that thing.
It could also be a fan-made one.
This was on like a Firefly ship.
So it's my mental and my no.
Yep.
Combined. Okay.
All 8 of them? That.
I'm convinced that is the ship that I was looking at. It's like, it is nice, and it's pretty. I want one.
13.
You remember that even though you had a bit of a falling out with him, you don't seem to get along with people too much. I think it's the bottle.
It's the
and what you've seen. It's what you've seen. Oh, all those things. Yeah. But yes, you do remember having a falling out with a cousin because that cousin was, going to join with you in the whole, going through enlisted, but he scored so high he qualified for officer candidacy and went into the upper ranks, and so he might be able to help you out, even though you haven't talked to him in a while. He's your cousin, Jeff Seaver.
Jeff C.
Jeff. Okay. Yeah, Jeff Severe.
Severe. Yeah. Jeff
yeah.
Severe. Okay. All right. So well.
But because he's an officer now, he goes by Sevier. It's Jeff Sevier.
It's my cousin Jeff, but
Jeff Sevier.
He's got a put his way. The stick up his ass has got a stick up its ass.
He's an officer then.
Yeah, it's pretty much. You can try. I can try to contact him. I haven't talked with him in.
I would say it's worth a shot. I mean, we're kind of spinning our wheels.
You know how well I can handle this sort of conversation thing. I'm surprised none of you have tried to kill me yet. All right, so I'll call up Jeff.
Mm-hmm.
You should call up Jeff and say,
you're not able to get through to him, but you can leave him a message.
Right,
I'd assume an officer might be busy, not able to take a call all the time.
Whatever. busy drinking tea and talking about the plebs and being like, work, you underlings, work.
Is that what you want to say to him?
No,
please God, don't say that to him.
I will call up and be like, hey, Jeff, it's your cousin Billy, or I guess you could call me William now, or whatever. Anyways, I'm calling up because I'm looking for a favor, family favor. So when you're not busy doing your officerial stuff, I don't know, making recruits clean toilets with toothbrushes or whatever you do these days, give me a call back. I'll leave my information in the wave.
All right.
Call and clean it up. You want me to leave roll like a
nope.
like an influence for that?
Nope, don't need to roll an influence on it. Won't come into play till later, but what you guys don't know is behind the scenes, it's a choose-your-own-adventure box I've got down here, basically. So as things happen, it's like, okay, check that. The next episode's going to be...
So Grakees, here. Okay, so here's a question. If we were to acquire that Alliance Interceptor, would we be able to scrub it so that it wouldn't be Alliance? Like, could we make it so that it looks like something else?
I'm assuming that's a character question all of you might be asking.
Yeah, like a PMC style.
Or like would any of us know someone who knows someone kind of thing? Like,
right. I think Seamus, someone from the like the Resistance would know someone who's like taken ships that have been either like lost by the Alliance or like they've had to eject and like taken all the Alliance markings off and that kind of stuff to reclaim them for the Resistance.
Are they only? Here's a better question: are they only military craft, or do civilians and private organizations own interceptors as well?
It's very, very rare to have anyone else own an interceptor.
Okay,
but you can all roll no's on this one.
Like our family might have one each.
So for no, that's like mental and no, right?
Mental no if you have a specialization in it. So for Chaz, I can go right through the character sheets and say. So for Chaz, he would end up having 8, 8, 6, and 8 for his dice.
So 1d6, 1...
Billy would get 8, 8, and 6. Reginald would get 8, 8, and 6, and an 8.
I would get a 2d6, mental and no.
Yep.
Well, I know basic law does not apply.
No, basic law does not apply. So
I don't know if there's anything else that I would.
No, you would get your yeah, you would
Just
basically
2d6.
get your basics.
10.
He didn't do the keep, so
4.
Okay, I'm just rolling 2d6, I suppose.
Billy gets the complication of drunk.
Yeah. This is the episode where Billy gets all the complications.
He gets drunk. Don't forget, you get your plot points for these, though. So.
Oh, right.
Think about the complications.
But yeah, Billy has complication drunk.
Complications drunk?
Yes.
Whatever. I don't care.
I figured
the bottles,
that would fit.
I could survive off the bottle in my.
Do I get a plot point for that illegal dove fine?
Yeah. Both you and Chaz got one.
Forgot to add that.
By the way, I do.
Has it been resolved? By the way, did we just pay it?
You didn't say.
I would like to. I would like to go to the terminal and just send an invoice to his manager for 2 fines.
Oh, you're just gonna send an invoice over? Okay.
Yeah, just like me and Chaz got fined for illegal dove use. Whatever. Make sure it gets paid.
Chaz, you have an incoming call.
I hit ignore.
You knew what
But
was.
can I see who it is?
Yes.
I assume it's the agent.
Yes.
Yeah.
Does that count as resolved now, though?
No.
Okay.
You sent the invoice.
Does he get next time he gets called? If he gets called again, I'd wave to like, hand me the phone. Let me talk to him.
But okay, so Billy's too drunk to really think straight, but the rest of you know that the ship could be scrubbed. As long as you actually took the time to do it, it could easily be scrubbed. Its signature could be changed, and unless it was actually spotted up close and inspected, depending on what you did, and questioned, then you might be in trouble. But from a distance, especially, no.
Is there kind of a time? Like, do we know when this interceptor is leaving?
Yeah. You've got about 12 hours on the interceptor. Same
So
on the
would we have enough
other
time?
transport.
Would we have enough time to go to the junkyard and then make a decision, or once we choose, we're committed?
I mean, I still like the story of Seamus knowing someone from the Resistance who like scrubs Alliance aircraft for a Resistance or whatever for a militia force.
Once you choose, you're pretty locked in. You've only got enough time to pick one course at this point.
Well, we have to be able to defend ourselves. So just having an armored ship isn't.
Yeah, the problem is we're trying to hunt down someone who doesn't want to be found, and an interceptor entering the system is probably going to be a little bit of a high profile, whether it's scrubbed or not.
You want to talk about painting a target? hey, I'm heavily armored and I have lots of guns.
Oh.
I'm important.
Your no would give you the information. Interceptors are meant to be low-profile ships when they enter, unless someone spots it. That's part of your knowledge in it. Unless someone actually spots it, then they are
right.
found.
But my guess is that this woman probably knows what to look for.
In the sense of like keeping it to the in the roleplay, like in character, maybe Seamus has encountered like older models of these before, and that's how they'd like surprise attack the station that he was on and that kind of stuff. Like that's how he knows
That would be an early
interceptors are
tactic.
like difficult to frickin' spot. Like
Yeah.
they just don't show up on radar.
Yeah, they're the first strike. They're the first strike. They're the chase vehicle. They're the ones that.
So what
they
you're
send
saying
out.
is it's the vanguard of the Firefly universe.
Vanguard mixed with Hornet
M50.
Ghost.
Ooh, Hornet Ghost. I have one of those.
Oh, for the love of God!
And then the armored one would be sort of like Gladiator plus Constellation, without as many missiles.
Now we know nothing about the junkyard.
And the junkyard you know nothing about.
So, Seamus is having like a nerd boner right now, which isn't an actual erection. It's like a
do we know who?
Roll to see if you get a complication with your nerd boner.
Do we
and
know
you have
who
to see a
this
doctor.
interceptor is?
what is that?
intended for?
Is that operate?
Do we know for whom this interceptor is intended?
No, the information wasn't there as to who it was intended for, just its launch window and where the ship was, and essentially the how high of a profile guard it had set on it.
Okay. If you guys want to go get the interceptor, I'll go with you.
I'm fine with both the interceptor. What was the other one? The middle one, not the junker, but the
Armored transport.
transport.
Yeah, it's
I
an
think the
armored
transport
transport.
might work as well. But
I don't care. If the engines work, I can fly it. The problem with the interceptor is if we do land on a backwater planet and someone does see it, that could cause problems.
Seamus talks
What would
about
your
how much
what would
he-
your vote be? Your vote, Reggie, would be to go and buy one, right?
I don't care. I'll fly anything. I just wish I knew what the scrapyard one was.
Yeah, I'm pretty tempted to go and see what's in the scrapyard.
Can I call someone that I like? Would I
listen,
know
if
anyone
it's
here?
if it's made
Probably
of
not.
metal and has moving parts, I can fix it.
Duct tape and WD-40.
And the moving parts is negotiable for me to be able to fly. So
It's like
I'm gonna let you
the
guys.
three
I'm gonna
things
let you guys
in
make a call on
the
this.
three things in Billy's toolbox were duct tape, WD-40,
and a wrench.
and that wrench.
He's giving back a
No,
wrench.
4 things and a bottle of vodka.
And now, yes. And now also
Remember,
a
you
bottle
didn't
of
have to
whiskey.
give
And a
up
bottle
that
of
wrench, Billy, because I sweet talked her.
Oh yeah, she doesn't even
You got
want
to
the
keep-
wrench back.
You got to keep the wrench.
Keep the wrench.
I would vote for the intercept. I would vote for the junkyard. I'm fine with the interceptor. So I'm gonna let you guys figure this out.
Seamus just really wants the guns.
He just wants the guns. I think the
Guns
junkyard's
on everything.
better. Honestly, I think the junkyard's better because it's going to be too complicated and difficult.
Seamus already knows how much trouble with
I-
the Alliance
so
is, and he
let me-
doesn't want to.
Let me put it this
Let's
way.
just go to the junkyard.
Let me put it this way. I think there is a possibility that we could pull off the interceptor without getting in a fight, but I think that's a very low percentage.
I mean, but if we choose the interceptor, then we don't get an epic like repair montage like they did in Firefly
That's true.
with the medic ship. We could have one of those moments.
We could.
Except Billy's extremely drunk.
He's extremely drunk and still fixes the damn ship. All right.
We could do
So
a
it sounds like
montage.
we're
Montage.
Lefty tighty.
Right, and we can even leave if we go and get the junker. We can even leave like a pile of credits
Yeah.
for the guy who, will take it and just leave money for him, and that would make Reggie happy.
But basically, we are honorable thieves. We just stole the ship. Here's 100 credits.
It's a Malcolm Reynolds, with thieves. We're not thieves, but we are thieves. But good point.
All right, so we're going to the junkyard. Is that what it sounds like? We got.
Yeah, because even if it's a really fancy ship, the condition of the outside should avoid some suspicion.
Right.
If we end up going to the outer worlds.
Right. Okay. Anybody, Seamus, I know that you want the guns, right? But I think that you're outvoted.
We'll put guns on whatever this
Also
is.
drunk on pistachios.
He's dehydrated, foaming green at the mouth.
All right, so to the junkyard it is.
All right, so you guys decided on the junkyard then.
Yes.
Seamus has printed out all the pictures he could find of interceptors and just keeps them with him.
You know what, Seamus? If we pull this off, you might get enough to buy your own interceptor.
All right, so it's on the southern continent. It's outside of the major cities. Basically a wide open expanse with, as you're flying in towards there in what's essentially a taxi, you can see piles of ship hulls and ship parts and, rusted out junk. It takes up city block upon city block upon city block. Think of like a junkyard now, except make it for spaceships, which are that much bigger. So, yeah,
It's
that's
like the
what you
plane
got.
junkyard out in the middle of the desert.
And so it's essentially the junkyard from the episode Ariel.
Except
Okay, so-
like 3 or 4 times bigger.
Okay.
All right,
It's
so
that one,
here's
but
what
bigger.
Here's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say, all right, Billy, Reggie, go find us one. Go. Go find us one. Go.
You
So-
take the wrench out of Billy's toolbox and just throw it into the junkyard. Come back with a ship.
Get us a good one.
Here's your French. Go come back with a ship.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Billy, Reggie, this is your thing. So go ahead. Go.
Grizzled old man, comes out of the main building and everything else as you come through the gates. I'm assuming you're entering through the front gates.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't sure if you were going to try something else or if you're just going through the
No,
front gates.
Seamus approaches him right away and starts asking if he has guns for our spaceship.
An interceptor.
Just to keep
You
him
happen
busy.
to have an interceptor.
You were asking if he has
Ship guns?
guns for the ship.
Billy, Reggie, you go. I'll deal with the guy. You go find a ship. Okay.
Okay, so
Plasma projectors,
we have an idea of what we're looking for,
missile
right? From
launchers.
the description, right, Grakees?
Sorry, just to answer Seamus real quick. Basic law. You know that guns are illegal on ships without special certified dealers. Alliance controls on weaponry.
But I'm asking if he has any broken guns because it's being looked pretty.
Oh God. But all right, I'm sorry. What were you two saying towards the grizzled old
Oh, I
man?
was just saying we have a general idea of the ship that was described that was in the junkyard, right?
No general. There is
We
a
have a
functional
location,
ship
one
in
location.
there.
Would it be
There is
beneficial
at
for us
least
if
one
that guy
functional ship in the junkyard.
would
There's one functional ship in the junkyard. We have no idea what it is. We
Nope.
just have to find it.
That's probably the only one
need
that's not in
something-
4 pieces.
We need something that is spacious enough for a number. For 4 people, probably more than 4 people. That can pretty much travel anywhere. That is in relatively good condition. I mean,
Right. No,
Right.
we can find it.
Right.
Like Reginald and I will find it. We'll
Okay.
we'll
What's
combine-
going to take a
put our
while?
heads
I
together.
just want to know if it
It's a
would be
long, it's a
beneficial
big
for
fucking
them.
area of trying to find it because we're talking like, what is it? You said like 7, 8 city blocks worth of junk, right?
Right.
Yeah.
you
At
start.
Block upon block. Square.
I would suggest you guys start looking because you know ships. I'll talk to the guy and see if he can point us at something.
Okay.
Because time is short.
All right. So I figured Reginald, I will look and I will start looking. We use let's see, what roles would we use?
You'd roll.
Can I roll like a no?
No would work for you with your knowledge. Same with Reginald.
Can I use my notice spaceships to see which might still be functional?
That's what I'm pulling up. Yeah, your notice would work, your no would work, your mental would work, and for Billy, your no would work.
Mhm.
and
Because
would Reggie be able to use his fly
Notice
as
as well.
well because he gets because he can see which ones he could actually fly?
no, flies
because I'm
the
not
actual
really involved
action.
in this part.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a quick bio break. I'll be right back.
Ha!
But you
I
guys
see what
keep-
you did there.
That's not even what I meant. It's like I'm not part of this situation right now, other than just like I'm
You will be
protecting
soon.
Chaz. But just like
Actually,
you can do
can
your
we
searching
take
for
a,
the
like
ship
a
thing.
3-minute
I'll be
break?
Yeah,
right
we
back,
can
like,
take
just 2
an
seconds.
all-player break.
Yeah, let's just take a quick
Everyone needs a
break.
break, then that works too.
Grokis, I demand the Fruity Odie Bar commercial song being played during the break.
Hold on, I gotta find it then.
I'm listening to the.
Are you
the
sure you don't
soundtrack
want
of
the?
this.
Are you sure Billy doesn't want like the Ace Hardware theme song?
Yep. So
No, because it's the break, you know. In the break, you got to have the
Yeah.
Fruity Odie Bars.
So- everyone, if you want
Okay. Well, yeah. 3 minutes.
to,
About 3
yep, and I'm
minutes.
gonna switch to this. All right, so everyone, you can take your break.
Fruity OT bars make a man out of a mouse. Fruity OT bars make you bust out of your glass. Give 'em all the time. Let 'em blow your mind.
不很丢脸，我们的 the man they call Jane. He robbed from the rich and he gave to the poor. Stood up to the man and he gave him what for. Our love for him now ain't hard to explain. The hero of Canton, the man they call Jane. Now Jane saw the mutters' backs breaking, and he saw the mutters lament, and he saw that magistrate taking every dollar and leaving 5 cents. He said, "You can't do that to my people. You can't crush them under your heels." So Jane strapped on his hat and in 5 seconds flat stole everything Boss Higgins had to steal. He robbed from the rich and he gave to the poor. Stood up to the man and he gave him what for. Our love for him now ain't hard to explain. The hero of Canton, the man they call Jane. Now here is what separates heroes from common folk like you and I. The man they call Jane, he turned round his plane and let that money hit sky. He dropped it onto our houses. He dropped it into our yard. And the man they called Jane, he turned out his plane and headed out for the stars. He robbed from the rich and he gave to the poor. Stood up to the man and he gave him what for. Our love for him now ain't hard to explain. The hero of Canton, the man they call Jane.
We're just happy to be doing good work.
Fruity OT bars make a man out of a mouse. Fruity OT bars make you bust out of your blouse. You don't know the time, let 'em blow your mind.
我很丢脸，我没有去过掉地方。
Fruity OT bars, Fruity OT bars.
Royal Mail. That's a tiny roll.
That's how I
miniature
usually roll.
roll right there.
We'll give them a blank screen with Billy so they can stare at him until he comes back.
Yes! Crit!
It worked. Oh. You
How was that even
There you
possible?
go. You both crit and crit missed at the same time. Paradox.
How can you even, like, roll?
I'm
How
back.
can you get something one-sided? Is this the sphere?
You rolled a ball
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, marble.
with a big 1 in the middle.
I mean, that's like flipping a coin, right? What I just...
No,
No, that would be flipping a coin.
D2
That would-
would flip. Yeah.
Yeah.
Rolling a D1 would
I
literally
did crit it again, though. I just got
rolling a D1 would be going, I get a 1.
Grakees, just a suggestion you might want to use instead of saying playing Firefly. There is actually a
Firefly
category for Roll20 tabletop RPG.
Oh, yeah. Tabletop RPG is another choice.
Oh, I didn't see that one earlier. Okay, I'm gonna have to do that next time.
Yeah. So that way you can get a little bit more people like, oh, they're playing
A game.
Firefly.
Yeah.
Tabletop
Yeah.
RPG.
That's a good idea.
Yep. So next time,
Next time.
Yeah.
we'll get more people noticing Firefly again, and then more people for the future episodes of the other upcoming RPGs that'll happen eventually.
Right.
Like, in the dark future of the 41st millennium, there is
Oh, hell
a
yeah.
new war. There's only War or Dark Heresy. Those are the two 41st Millennium games.
Count me in for any 40K.
Or D&D.
As long as I get to play a tech priest who has 16 arms.
I want to bring back one of my guardsmen who got
D&D.
mind raped repeatedly. The Sisters of Battle liked enough to mind cleanse. And he was a tech heretic.
Everyone
So that's
likes
like-
D&D, though.
Oh, we're doing. If I'm gonna be the DM, it's gonna be D&D.
You called it.
We could argue. You might be able to persuade me to do a Star Wars one instead. But
I want to do D&D, and you know why.
I kind
I
of want
mean,
to.
you could use the D&D system, but put it in any universe you
fifth
like.
edition system is very, very flexible.
No,
It
Red
is, it is a
Worm.
nice
They,
system.
they even have like Victorian era and like steampunk.
Yeah.
But I believe we were playing Firefly.
But yes,
We are.
back to
Firefly.
Firefly. You're at the junkyard, and those guys are starting to look around. I think they were just about to make their rolls.
Yep.
You notice the hulls of ships that have potential. There's several of them, multiple different types, but you're talking a few dozen to go through.
I'll just be pointing them out. That one looks like it'll hold atmosphere. Well,
Maybe.
most of it's on that one.
All right. So actually, here's a question: do we want to have Billy look generally, or just look at the ones that Reggie points out?
He could point.
Is that-
He could look at specifically those ones if you wanted.
Right. Well, that's just a question for Billy. Like, do you
Oh,
want-
yeah. I mean, I
generally,
figured,
or do you
I
want-
figured Reginald is. I mean, I know ships as well as probably Reginald does, but Reginald probably knows a little bit more about how well they would operate.
Well, you're a mechanic. You can see the
Right.
I can see how it works. I can see it. I can make sure it gets off the ground, but Reginald would be the ones.
Well, you are looking for the working ship, so that's why it's kind of the same on this roll.
Okay, so do we want Reginald to try to point them out, and then I will investigate?
Found it.
I'll let you make that call.
Okay, Reginald is doing that, and I'll kind of assist him, and so that way we're both kind of working on it together. So he looks for the possible ships, and everything he points out, I go and investigate and make sure that it is or not.
Okay.
Right. Well, he's already found the potentials.
Okay. You want me to roll?
Yep.
Okay.
I found it.
Yeah, I wish.
Yeah. No, that was described as the mid-range ship.
So I could use my mental, my know, might be my fix.
Fix wouldn't come into play because you're not actually fixing.
Okay.
But it
So that's
would be
it.
your mental, your know, and your what is the spot?
Notice.
Notice. That's it. That's what it's called. I always get spot and notice mixed up. But yeah,
Are there any
those ones.
Fireflies out there? Firefly class ships out there?
You would not believe your eyes.
9.
Million.
And you get this.
Oh, that was almost a 6. That was
Because you're
almost a
drunk,
6.
so that boosted the difficulty a little bit.
It's
So
not like either on the 6 and then it
You
just
got a
dumped.
9, yeah.
yeah, you aren't able to ascertain out of the group. They all look like they're on the outside without actually getting into each of them, but you've narrowed it down to a dozen different ships.
Okay.
Chaz,
So we
did
can-
you ask that
Yeah,
in
I want to
character
talk.
or out of character? Your question.
Which question?
The Firefly class ships.
Oh, actually, well, yeah, in character.
Yeah, there's one.
Is it one of the ones that Reggie?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I want to talk to the guy, the junkyard dealer.
All right. Grizzled old man walks up to you. Not too many people with those types of clothes come out this way no more.
Well, not everybody appreciates, starships like these anymore. Really interested. We want a ship working that can get us pretty much anywhere we want to go. Do you have anything like that?
Got one that's a little beat up, but She'll fly. I think
All
she'll
right, you
hold
want-
atmosphere.
You want to point us at it?
Points over to a. It's dusty. It's got some dents and dings in it, but not as rusty as most of the others. It's a Firefly class transport ship.
All right. Billy, do you want to take a look at that and see what you can see?
Sure. So I'm gonna like go to the Firefly and actually climb in it and look around in the parts and make sure that that everything is mostly where it should be.
Right, you can roll on your no and all of that.
You
He'll
have to
let
sound
you get in to
backwards.
look at it.
Not fixed though.
No, because that would actually be the operation of fixing it.
Okay.
But I'll give you your D6 specialty when you look at the engines and stuff. So
Yeah, it's like say I could probably use my my lucky toolbox. I can use my signature asset, can I?
yep, I'll let you use the asset.
Rolled a 1, but it's 11.
Okay. Yeah, it's definitely in working order. It's got no hull leaks. There is an unknown complication. So I'll let you take a plot point.
Woohoo!
So, I want to ask. I'm going to ask the old man what he knows about the ship, and I'd like to influence him to tell me the truth.
Okay. Go ahead and make a roll on him. You'll be rolling against him on this.
So,
I kind of want to help him with that, but I also don't because I feel like I'd roll a 1.
so it's an 8.
You can take the chance or not. That's all up to you.
But I'd wanna make sure he tells the truth by intimidating him.
Good cop, bad cop.
You know, kind of just like put my hand on my gun. It's like, you're sure this ship is in good order, right?
All right, so I got let's see, a 10 and a 10. So social and influence. Is that right?
Yep.
Now it looks like I just
I
got 2.
won't roll yet.
Come on, baby. God almighty, 7. I can't roll.
Oh, you beat him.
Oh, God. Thank you.
Wow. Okay, so yeah. Yeah, you can step down one of your complications if you want.
I don't have a complication. Oh, yeah, I'm going to step down my fine. Or no, wait, my fine's gone because Seamus already gave it to my agent? Is that
No,
right?
he sent an
You didn't answer the
invoice.
call, so it hasn't been dealt with yet.
Right, no, okay, I'm gonna step down my...
Chaz's fine has been paid by the agent. Seamus, yours is still intact, though. He didn't pay yours.
So I've got like I don't know how I know that. I don't have like a comms device on me that I can like check outstanding fines. So.
It's still, yeah, you can look at that and it still says fine sitting there.
I would. Well, I don't go to check it now. Maybe I'd be like flicking through something
let's
because I'm
not-
bored.
Let's not worry about that right now. Let's
No.
worry
Yeah.
about the ship.
So,
So what? So
want me to
what's
tell
the
you
deal with
about
this
her,
ship? What's the story with this ship? Are you gonna get us killed?
not unless you do something stupid. It's a spaceship. You do something stupid in a spaceship, you get killed. That's the way it works.
All right. So what's the deal with the ship?
Someone
Story.
couldn't make a living with her, and she got brought in, repossessed, and let's just say that those dings there, they really shouldn't have been too close to the rings of the outer system here. The belt that we got sitting around White Sun, they didn't know how to navigate it proper. They tried and tried for their deliveries, and they just couldn't make it. Got brought to me because, well, no one wanted her.
Okay. Billy, what do you think?
She's flyable. Nothing I saw that was wrong with it.
Reggie, have you looked at her yet?
Yeah,
I
outside
think you
she
need
seems-
You need to probably roll for that.
Does he
Does it
mind if
come
I
with
start up the
plastic
engines?
dinosaurs?
Yeah, mind. I'll start them up, but you ain't touching them.
Okay.
Sounds good to me.
I just
Does
wanted
it
to
come
boot up,
with
make sure
plastic
everything
dinosaurs?
reads
I have-
out.
Hold
I
on.
have
But
one question for the salesman. It's like,
He turns over and looks.
is this an op 3? I don't know the version of it.
Firefly Class 3? Yeah,
Op 3. Yeah.
yeah,
03.
she's Class 3.
Okay.
Newest of the new. Well, as far as the Firefly goes.
I want.
Issues.
So here's the deal. You can start up the engines. I want Billy in the engine room, and I want Reggie observing you, though. That's all right.
All right.
Then we can make a deal. That sound okay, dealer?
Yeah, he can observe me start her up, but you guys wait out here with my boys and their friends. And
I need my mechanic in checking the engines.
Does it
Water
come with
running.
plastic dinosaurs?
plastic what? What's wrong with you? Oh, I'm not talking to him for a bit.
Take a
He's
D4 complication.
obviously-
Mature child.
So
Now- now-
my friend and I'll stay out here, but my mechanic's
Now,
gonna
did
gotta
you-
be inside and inspect while
Did
run
you
it.
owe someone a special favor when you took him in, or did you get him from one of those camps where the kids were a little bit slow and you're trying to mentor them? Because that boy ain't
Yeah.
right.
You seem like a generous sort. We try and help people who are a little bit special. It just so happens that he is excellent around an engine.
My young son Walter, he's the same way. Hey, boys, come out and keep an eye on stuff while while I go in there and start it up.
Well, we sure do appreciate it. Thank you.
About 5 guys come out of the area and keep watch on the main spot and everything else, and they're armed, but nothing.
I was about to ask.
Yeah, nothing over the top. Basically, a couple of shotguns and a couple of pistols and stuff, but they look like they've been well used.
All right. Well, I am.
Grakees, I have to. I'm being allowed to go into the engine room while this is happening, right?
Yes, you are.
Okay.
Yep, Billy's allowed to the engine room. Reginald's allowed to the bridge, and the old guy goes up there and starts her up. What appears to be just fine, standard startup procedure. And goes through it, click, 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 and engines flare up. You can hear them running from the bridge. And Billy, you can roll spot and know and all those good things.
Notice, no.
Yeah.
Mental.
Notice, no. Mental.
All the gauges work up top. It's got the flight yoke. It's got the pedals. It's got everything I need to fly it.
Yep. Everything a pilot would
It's
need.
missing one of the pedals, so you have to strap it.
It's the Zoolander of Fireflies.
It can only turn left.
It's okay.
It's
That's why
not
I'm
an
over
ambi turner.
I
What
can
is that look called that Zoolander does?
Which one? Latigra? Blue Steel?
Blue steel. It has like a blue steel emoji, painted on the nose of it. And it's actually
So
called.
is there so there I use 2, right? The top 2 or the top 3?
Top two.
Whichever one's the highest, so it's a
Top
10.
2.
Top
So
2.
it'd be a
Okay, so
10.
it's 10.
All right. Yep, you notice the engine starts up fine. Seems to be running. No issues that you can spot.
Alrighty.
So, yeah, if that's all you guys want to do with the ship, he just presses a sequence of buttons and shuts it right down.
All right.
Doesn't seem to
I'm
have a
gonna go
problem.
I'm gonna while that's happening, I'm gonna go chat up the boys. Let's see what's going on.
They're just standing out there kind of roughhousing, and one of them's off in the corner drinking a beer.
Mm.
Anything
What
you
time
want to
is
talk to them about
Yeah,
in particular? They're looking over at you, calling you names. Hey, look at there at the fancy boy. And
I'm gonna
you
ask
notice
him
that this is pretty hick talk for the inner worlds.
God.
He's got one of them.
I'm gonna say, Seamus, go get him. Say hello. Talk to him. No, I'm just gonna walk away. I'm just gonna say, mighty fine place you got there. Appreciate good craftsmanship, and you can see here that you guys appreciate, starships.
They just look at you funny, and one of them throws a beer can at you.
Can I?
No,
shoot
thank
the
you.
beer
I'm
can
not.
out of the air.
No, don't.
Just like quick draw, shoot it.
God damn.
If you really want to do that,
He's done it.
make the
Yes,
roll.
I did it.
Make the
I'm
roll.
gonna try.
Okay, what do I roll for that?
That would be your shoot
And my physical?
and your physical, and because I assumed you used your special pistol.
Yep, 1d10 for my physical, plus 1d12 for my shoot, plus 1d6 for the Callahan special.
Oh God, he's gonna shoot me.
Not unless he goes 3 ones.
Oh!
13.
I dropped the 3, so 13, yeah.
I'm going to set the difficulty on it, which means that you're very likely going to hit this thing, but still. Oh, yeah. You popped it out of the air and impressed the crowd at the same time.
And he got a big damn hero out of it.
Yep.
Oh, yep.
I
Oh,
got a
wait.
big-
No, it was I was going to
I
roll
got
3d12s for it, so it was
Oh, okay.
14. But you popped it out of the air. Because that was, unintended shot last second. So, yeah, you pop the can right out of the air and everything else. The guys look over at you, they raise their guns real quick, then saw what you did. They start whistling and cheering. Holy hell, you got to do that again! So they just start chucking cans up in the air for you to shoot at.
I decided not to waste the ammo, but I spin the gun in my hand, and I do some tricks with it, and then I just holster it.
Come on, more! They just keep chucking empty cans. Like one of them goes inside, brings out the recycling bin. They just keep throwing them until you shoot.
So they're making a mess of their own junk.
All right, I'm just.
That
I just
sounds
walk
like
away.
something that wouldn't make sense. They're making a mess of their junkyard.
Up on the bridge with the old man.
Yep.
You're going to look at him. So how much you want for this thing?
She'll fly. She cost me a pretty penny, so I'm thinking 2.5. 2.5 will do for her.
Wait, Billy, why'd you roll again?
No, I'm just testing out to see how that KT works.
Oh, okay, yeah, the keep 2.
So all the hydraulics
You need
work?
to use different brackets.
Oh, yeah. Hydraulics work no problem.
No leaks?
None that I know of,
Air filtration works?
as far as I know. I haven't taken her out, but
Recycler works?
that's part of the air filtration system, and I just said, yep. What
That
are
ain't
you
the recycler I'm talking about.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
That recycler. Oh, I definitely tested that a couple of days ago.
Okay. Fridge works?
Yeah, all of it's pretty much in working condition as far as I know. We went through it. We wouldn't sell it as flyable if it weren't flyable.
So 2.5 is, everything topped off as the old
Oh, the tank's
as the
full.
joke as the joke from old Earth goes, even the wiper fluid.
All of it's in working order, and you got a full everything but a cargo hold. She'll work for you
All
if
right.
you want to do whatever.
My last two questions, will you take hard credits for it?
Wait, the Firefly doesn't have a cargo hold?
I said the only thing that he doesn't have is a full cargo hold.
Cargo hold. Yeah.
You have it.
Oh, okay.
You have a cargo hold. It's just empty.
God, one would hope.
Hard credits is in cash, is what you're trying
Yeah.
to say? Yeah, I would take hard credits. You got 2.5. You have that much in hard currency on you.
I can get it, But the other caveat is, can the receipt be made out to someone other than me?
For 2.5 hard? Yeah.
Is there a bank around here?
Look at where you're at. There is no bank around here.
Where's the nearest bank?
I don't know. I don't use a bank. What do I look like? Some terminal?
No,
I can
but
have one of my
Notice
boys
literally
call
the
and
plans
ask.
just all over.
I'd appreciate that, because if you can find a bank, I should be able to get 2.5 hard for you.
Hell yeah, let's do this. Surprised you didn't try and negotiate them
2.5
down.
credits, not even 2.5 thousand.
Oh.
2.5.
2.5. 2.5 credits.
When you're working
Why
in
can't you
spaceships, you
buy
know
another
it's
beer with
2.5
this?
million. So,
Yeah.
all right, yeah.
I don't know if that's
he-
a lot. I don't know Firefly currency.
It's very vague Firefly currency, so we're just working in random.
That's why
2.5
I
million
specifically-
seemed reasonable, I guess, for a
well,
spaceship.
Yeah, and I haven't used. If I still have access to it,
2.5
I
million
specifically
for a
stated
junkyard ship.
my trust fund can buy me a ship every month.
Yep.
So
he goes back and, talks to his kids and everything. So Chaz, Seamus, you can see them leaving. Billy, he stops by the engine room to ask you to leave with him. Oh, what is that? Firefly
This is
currency.
actual money from the movie Serenity. Not actual money, but it's a replica from the money. from
actual
Yeah,
movie Serenity.
the Firefly
Actual
currency.
money from Serenity props. Yeah.
I
It's,
do love their currency. We're
I'm looking at
rich.
it,
We
it's
can
called-
finally give up this life of crime. Retire from this life of crime. That's it.
Excuse me, but will you take what is it? What are they? The rations, food rations.
Food ration.
Will it take food rations? I got a crate of food rations.
But yes.
No, but yeah, no. Here's the this is like from the replica of the money that they steal in
in the
the
safe.
bank.
Yeah.
Got it on Loot Crate.
Nice.
Nice.
Very nice.
But yes, so Billy, are you gonna give him a fuss when he asks you to leave too?
He asked me to leave with them to go
Yes.
find money.
Yeah, well, he's asking Roger. He wants everyone off the ship while he's going to talk to his sons.
essentially, hey, you guys don't own this yet. Get off.
Yeah, basically, except
Oh.
polite.
Yeah, sure, I get off.
All right, so you guys leave the ship.
Then I leave the ship.
Phrasing. Seriously, are we not doing phrasing anymore?
I was gonna say,
Phrasing.
then I leave the ship.
Do you want ants?
I didn't know ants were
Because this is
attracted
how
to
you.
that.
Yes.
This is how you get ants.
Oh no. Oh no. All right. GM. What character was I again? Oh yeah. So
Crotchy old man.
yeah, the gruff old guy and everything else. He walks back to the offices and
Does he notice all the littered, like, just the cans everywhere?
he doesn't even give it a second look. This seems to be common. The gunshots at the cans and everything else that the others were trying to do with shotguns and
Tuesday
everything,
night.
basically.
They're
Which-
like what is that called? Skeet shooting, but with cans.
kind of.
Pull.
Which you'd expect on a RimWorld. You would not expect this in any section of Ariel. But even Ariel has its hillbillies.
Oh,
Yeah, pretty much.
They can't even say pull right. They
They're
don't understand
shotgunning and then
pull.
shotgunning. So
They call it a double shotgun. Where
Yes.
you chug it, throw it in the air, and then try to shotgun it.
yes, exactly. But he calls his kid in the office and everything else, and because he doesn't really know how to work the terminals anymore. So one of the boys walks into the office, a little bit of stagger, and comes back. Yeah, there's one of them there money places about 10 clicks up that away.
there a truck we can borrow or ride in?
What's truck?
Truck, something to get me there. 10 clicks is a long way to walk.
Do you have any other ships that are
Vehicle
flyable?
of some kind.
We could call you a transport.
See, I think it'd be easier if, you and one of your fine younger...
Or if you're willing to go to 3, I mean, you could just wire it to us. Save you the trip.
Same conditions.
Same conditions.
Give me a moment. I check. Is there enough in the trust fund for 3?
So you try to access it from the terminal?
No, I access it from. I assume we have essentially the equivalent pads.
I mean, is there?
Yeah, essentially. You can.
So Chaz can hear this, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Richard, is there a way that you can scrub this so that it's not traceable?
He's just going to write out the receipt to someone else, and
Right, but you're going to see the transfer from you to this guy.
Yeah.
I'll see if I can transfer through do a couple of transfers.
Yeah, but it's still under your name. It's better to just go out and do that.
I mean, if you guys want, I can get it cash.
So you're going to check your account balance and stuff?
Yeah, to see if I got enough to do the 3.
Account's locked.
Your accounts are locked?
First time he's checked the account.
All right.
I was wondering when you guys were finally going to check your accounts.
I don't have any money.
Considering,
I just start swearing.
Considering that last time you said that we had plenty of money and that we weren't really going to nitpick over it, I didn't really think about it. I assume I'll check. Let me check. I'll check my accounts. I assume they're locked as well.
Personal ones are locked. Your sites are still up and running, which are all under your agent's name, though.
Fine, I'm making a call.
God damn it! I'll call my agent.
I'm calling my family.
Do you say that you're calling your agent?
Yeah.
Oh, you're actually
I
calling
bring
your
up
agent?
like ask him about the fines.
Screw your fines. I'll call the agent.
You start the call, ignore gets hit, you get cut off.
I'm calling my family.
I had to do that back to him. His agent would be that type of dick.
Not when
Reginald,
he's getting a chance to make 10%.
All right, I get I called Seamus over to me. Just kind of walk away a little bit and say, "Hey, Seamus, I need to talk to you." So
I follow him.
So
and I
Reginald,
can
you're
like put
making
my
a
arm
call?
around him. I get real close and I say, "I have a feeling we're fucked in terms of money." Rich boy A,
I kind of like lean in closer a little bit, and I'm like,
Rich boy B seems to be not getting where he's going to go. So this is going to go south real quick.
I lean in closer, and I'm like, look, these idiots are entertained by anything. I mean, I shot one can, and they start look at the mess. They went crazy.
Exactly, that's what I was about to say.
I'll tell them I can shoot another can.
No,
And then we can get the drop.
We
on
have
them. It's fine.
a famous magician who can make things disappear. So why doesn't he just make us
a
disappear?
firefly disappear.
And we disappear with the firefly.
I take it we can't hear this. Right?
No, we're talking. You
They're,
guys can.
they're talking amongst themselves
see,
whisper. So
making
Reginald's going to make a call.
Making one pompous asshole disappear is one thing. Making a not 3 firefly disappear is a whole other story.
Well, I'm just saying, he can divert attention, and we can get the hell out of here. Because I'm feeling.
Yeah, we haven't used names. They don't know who we are.
Well, maybe you can just say he's got a trick to show. They know that you're good at trick shooting, so maybe we can just, like I said, divert attention.
I'm going to flip over to Reginald's call at this point because you guys kind of jumped in between on that. Reginald, you were going to make a call.
just murmured
Yeah, you
in the
finally get
background.
through. Yeah, they're just murmurs in the background. Reginald, so you're finally getting through to your family?
Yeah.
Reginald, it's so good to hear from you.
Good to speak to you as well. I Wish was under better circumstances.
Yes, so do I. You appear to have gotten yourself into a bit of a, shall we say, sticky wicket.
Pickle.
Not so much gotten into as got dropped into, and I'm not happy with it.
Yes, as you were not happy with how things were going just a few years ago and needed to go out on your own.
Yes, and I was doing pretty well till someone took me off my ship.
Yes, and I see you still were using the trust fund, the money we set up, not so on your own, were you?
I paid 2 mortgages, and I paid for a suit I ruined.
Well, Reginald, I must be blunt with you, son. The problem is we were given just 2 options. Option 1, we stand by your side and fight this situation that you've gotten yourself into, and have our entire company shut down in all of Alliance space. Or option 2, we cut you off and leave you to deal with the issues on your own, the ones that you seem to have caused, but we maintain the company, and there are so many employees we have to look after. They're our family too. We have always said our company is family.
So when I clear this up, I get interest on the trust fund, right?
Oh, no. That is for causing us the problem in the first place. We're collecting on that. Reginald, I must cut you off here before anyone thinks that I even might be involved in helping you. Good luck, though. Click.
I just look at the old man and go, have you ever wanted to drop a large object on your family?
He just looks over at his kids. Looks back. Looks up at the stacks of stuff. Looks down. Who says I haven't? So, what's going on with this money thing? Because you don't look too happy right now, and you not being happy about money means that we might not have a deal, meaning I'm not happy.
I need some time to work on it. I'm having family issues.
Right. You're lucky I don't have another customer lined up. He wanders off, grabs 2 beers, and just both same time.
After Seamus and I have our little conversation, come back, and I'm guessing Chaz is still trying to talk to his agent.
Yeah, Chaz, do you want to try calling again?
Yeah, might as well.
Oh, God. Oh, I have to do the agent voice. I honestly wasn't expecting to actually have to be the agent. Fuck, I shouldn't have made it so obnoxious. Even I hate him. Chaz, baby! Been trying to get a hold of you.
Yeah, well, I've been busy.
Yeah, I can see you've been busy. You know how much of a problem it is to book someone that's dead?
I can imagine that you were real tore up about that. Listen.
10%? Do you know how much I got tore up over that money? I mean you.
I need $2.5 million in hard credits, and I need you to bring them to me immediately.
Ha!
And take your...
You think your bookings have that much sitting around in the office? What do you think? All those fancy hotels and women and... Well, especially the fountain. Do you know how much that fountain was?
You know who I am. You know who my family is, and you know what I'm good for. Take your 10%, front me $2.5 million credits, and get them out here right now.
I'll see if I can pull it off.
Pull it off, and pull it off now. Or you can kiss that 10% goodbye permanently. And I hang up.
All right. Hold on a second.
I walk over to Chaz and I go, you know, when this gets cleared up
I just got to look at my sheet for this.
and I get access again, I'll pay you back. And then maybe we'll buy my family's business.
Let's just focus on
Number
Fine.
3.
finishing this. I'm gonna worry about that later.
Seamus is just thinking about guns.
Billy's
Both
thinking
in the
of
sense
of a
of-
way to steal the freaking Firefly.
But Seamus is thinking of guns in both the terms of like big muscles and firearms.
All right, so time passes by and everything else. They're asking Seamus to do more gun tricks. They're trying to offer you guys beers and everything.
Have we heard?
Okay, if time is passing, then I go. I talk to. I huddle the group up. I say, come here. I'm gonna talk to you. I'm going to tell you what I talked to James about, and I give them the same speech, like we
Seamus is like
make a
shaking his
Firefly
head.
disappear. It's not that hard, right?
I just
You're a magic magician and all that kind of stuff, right? I mean,
A
just throw
magic
some
magician.
doves or something. I don't know.
I just look at him and then walk away.
And if the guys, like those kids, are asking me to do more gun tricks, I tell them that I can only do cool new tricks with something like a shotgun, which I don't have.
They pull a shotgun from the office and get you one.
I hope you know I have no intention of giving that back. That's not what my character says. It's just like, okay,
I
you
know.
are a shotgun now.
I know.
Why
I
do you
figured
think
as
they
much.
didn't Give him one of theirs.
I tell them to throw 3 cans in the air near each other, and I will shoot them.
Okay, make a roll.
Oh
Yep.
God.
It's just your
Which
shoot
is-
and your you're shooting your
He's-
physical though. You don't have any
he's doing
special.
like-
I don't get a D6
Wait, no,
because
he's shooting safely, right? I mean, like nobody in his firing range.
yeah, no, like I know weapon discipline. I'm not
Right.
keeping you in my line.
No,
of
I'm
fire.
just wait. I don't want the.
I don't get a plus
want
6 because
an
it's not
accident.
SMG, and I don't get a D6 because of
It's
the,
not your
the
special.
talent special.
Yep.
So a D10 and a D12. Here we go. Oh Lord.
You miss.
Horrifically.
Yeah. Yeah, you were trying to hit 3 cans clustered, and you just fire wide and hit one of the stacks. Shots ring off, and they all start laughing at you.
I throw the shotgun.
Fancy
At their
boy's
feet.
not
It's
so
like-
fancy with a shotgun now, is he?
I throw the shotgun at their feet, and it's like, well, this piece of shit's obviously broken.
They miss
Grand
too,
piece
and
of
then,
junk.
Starts laughing at him. Oh, you called it a piece of junk?
I called it a Goram piece of junk and threw it at their feet.
God. Why do you insult everybody? You're not.
No, I'm insulting the gun.
You're
It's
not
obviously a
rich,
shitty shotgun.
and you're not famous. You can't insult everybody. That's my job.
Luckily, they miss too, so
whatever the fuck I want.
they throw the shotgun down and say, must be something off in the ammo for all of us. They throw their shotgun down too.
Have we heard back from Jeff yet?
Jeff's Sevier.
Yeah.
Sevier.
Sevier. Yes, Sevier. Jeff Sevier.
Xavier.
Sevier. No, you have not heard
We're
back from
looking
him.
for Jeff Sevier. Oh, there's no one by that name here. What? Well, there's that Jeff Xavier.
Maybe
you gotta do
Billy.
the Atlantic accent. Or what's it called? Like the transit.
You see,
accent.
as you're
Right,
waiting
I
too,
did, I
you see a
did.
transport starting to pull over at high speed above you and everything else.
Oh, fantastic. All right.
Short little greasy man gets out.
Oh god, I thought I was like, did they think he was at gunpoint and did they send him to Marine Squad? Oh god.
No. Short little greasy man gets out with a suitcase and everything else. He's sweaty and, walks up over to you and everything, just looks at you and goes, here, forget about the 10%. Tosses it, turns around, walks away.
I want to grab him by the collar and pull him towards me and whisper in his ear, it's like, don't forget to pay my fine. And then just shove him back towards the ship.
Okay. I'm gonna try and talk to him because He's never turned down a fee before. So what's his? All right. What was the name that you gave the?
I always gave him a different name.
Oh, okay.
He goes by many names.
What is he now?
His client.
Sam.
Sam. What? Sam, what the hell's going on?
He just
You've
looked
never
back at
turned
you.
down a fine, or never turned down a fee. And I was going to give you more.
Yeah, sure you were.
Beautiful bastard.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I get that. I'm getting the hell out of here.
All right.
Don't
So-
forget my fine.
He gets back into the vehicle.
Fuck your fine, Seamus.
I am not paying that money for your stupid doves.
Roll a notice.
They were pigeons.
Hey, all right. Let's see here. Mental and notice.
Yep.
Yeah,
The others can roll a notice too, but they'll have
Jesus.
a lesser.
Notice.
Oh
Okay.
boy,
Yep.
this is not good. Do I get any other boosts?
No.
Grakees on this one?
No boost. It's a notice and your mental.
Hey now.
11
11.
as well.
About as good as you can get.
11 for Billy. Okay. I thought you had a 10.
No, he had a
Yeah,
3 and a
yeah.
7.
A 3 and a 7. That's a 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Billy can't count, so it's an 11.
Seamus, Reginald.
10. Yeah, I'm sorry. I can't count.
There- yeah, all of you. All of you rolling it.
I don't want complications. What am I rolling? A mental and a...
Notice.
Notice and mental.
Yep. You're not going to get a complication on a 1 for this roll. I'll tell you that. If I say roll it and it's not an optional thing, then I'm not going to hit you with complications most often.
Unless you decide you're gonna.
I
Unless
can't
it
roll
jinxes,
higher than a
in
10
which
anyway.
case it's screwed.
Well, yeah, that case.
Well,
That's
he's
nice.
in a piss poor mood, and then he will. Hit you
And
with-
Reginald, you roll it too.
You break both your ankles for not noticing this thing.
I get it to 9.
Yeah, he already did.
Oh, he did? I didn't even see his.
Yeah, he got a 9. It's above Billy's.
All right, Chaz, you're the only one that notices this. After he gets in the car, it's
No. I rolled a 3 and a 7.
Right, you got a 10.
10.
10.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
but you also had yours was a little more difficult than Chaz's.
Oh.
Right.
You-
And I also rolled
You,
higher
Seamus,
than
and
you.
Reginald. Yeah, you, Seamus, and Reginald had a small penalty, so the 10 wasn't enough to beat it. But Chaz, you notice as the vehicle's taking off, you hear what you think, and you see what you think is the flash of a gunshot inside the vehicle.
Okay. All right. Well,
This is the...
Your Asian's dead.
so I'm gonna check. I'm not gonna open the. I'm gonna check this thing for booby traps first.
Okay.
Is anybody particularly adept at checking things for like sabotage?
Oh, you're asking your group. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, like I can.
I look at you funny. I'm like, I can see a bomb when I know a bomb when I see it.
Right.
I'm apparently good at making them.
That's kind of what I was asking, like, because mine's only going to be an 8 and a 4, and so I'm not really. Well, I guess a no. No, it would be a no. So it'd be an 8 and 8, and.
Well, I mean, I know military systems, so I figured I might know something about booby traps.
Okay.
Your military
know.
system, no, and your toolbox would work in this instance.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Billy, you go ahead.
All right, I'm gonna examine the thing.
I'm gonna stand way the hell back.
Because it's the drunk trying to examine the bomb.
Is there anything? Oh, can I try and step down his
Drunk
drunkenness?
You
Coffee.
could.
With my,
Slap me upside the face. Sober up.
it's
You
mental.
take a hand of coffee grounds and just
Yeah, I'm gonna do
slap
that.
him in the
I'm
face
gonna
with
try.
it.
I'm gonna try and step. I'm gonna try and step down his drunkenness. Okay.
There's all sorts of chemicals and stuff that you keep.
Can I
in
do
your,
a?
your
Can I do a
basic med
4?
pack.
Yeah. So I get 4d8s here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
In your little medical kit. In the future, they have good stuff for hangovers and drunkenness.
Let's see.
Concussion warning.
Parasane concussion
Are you
warning.
trying to step down my stuff before I
So your D4 drunk complication becomes a D6 concussion complication.
Oh!
But he only gets a keep
11.
two, right? So that's an 11.
And 11.
But there's a 1 in there. So, yes, you lose your drunk complication,
and gain another complication?
No,
but
gain a
you
hangover
gain-
complication.
you gain shakiness.
Oh God!
So you have the shakes with instantaneous withdrawal, which is,
Right, but what's his? But what's
I
the?
still have that bottle of booze in my jacket.
Throwing the bomb. All right, let's do this.
Wait, I still have that bottle of booze that I took from Lee in my jacket.
Well,
You
he's
do.
gonna have
So
a
if I see him shaking with a thing, I just
Complication
offer him a
anyway.
recovery.
Guys,
Let's
we're
just do
talking
it.
about this
Let's
like it's
just
an
do it.
additional complication. It's just a different.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm rolling. Yes.
oh no!
Boom. Kaboom. 2-1.
There's no bomb, but the cash explodes, turning into quarters, hitting you in the face.
You're lucky that wasn't a triple one. The triple one would have been really bad. No, it doesn't explode, but you accidentally, especially with the shaking, and we'll say that was the result of the shaking, you flip the entire case open, and you manage to quickly, very quickly, cut one wire that you notice so it doesn't explode on opening. However, the timer is active in there as well. You can see a timer, and it's a suitcase full of explosive, not cash.
I'm running. I'm just bolting towards the Firefly, going, leg it, motherfuckers. Let's leg
Do you
it.
toss the case towards the guys?
Yeah,
No, he
I
just
tossed
said
the
he
case
started
towards
running.
the guys
Roll
who-
initiative.